Hey guys, it's been a long time. But this video is here to talk about what I'd like to do with this channel in the future. It's been a long time since I've uploaded anything on this channel that wasn't just a Mario race video between me and Prof, but that's all streamed. But I want to make like actual content, and what I mean by actual content is content that I edit and all that kind of stuff. And I know it takes a while, but I want to get there because that's something I've wanted to do since I started my original channel back in 2010. And it's been 10 years since then. But this year, I would hopefully like to get 5 videos out a week. And I know I've said, like, oh, I'm going to reboot my channel and all that kind of stuff. And this is kind of a reboot, but this is more me being like, hey, this is something I want to do. And now that I've gotten as far as I have in life, I realize a couple things that need to be done for me able to be able to do those things. And you know, life's like that. But yeah, those are most of my goals. I hopefully won't do too many Let's Plays. I'm gonna try doing a couple challenges that I pick myself. But if you have something in mind, please comment. I'd love to hear what you guys say. Um, I mean, this is a small request from me. And you don't have to do this, I completely understand, but if you do happen to watch more of my videos, uh, comment. Mostly because I think every single comment that's ever been made on my channel, I've gone back and like talked to the person. That's because I enjoy that interaction, and that interaction right there really motivates me. Well, I know I need to motivate myself. It helps a lot, and you don't have to do it, but like, welcome to 2020. I want this. And that sounds very bad, but it is what it is. Um, but yeah, so that's what I'm looking to do in 2020. And now I'm going to talk about this decade in review for me, because this decade's been insane. And I'm not just saying that because like 10 years is a long time, like partially because if you think about it, at the beginning of the decade, I was 12 years old. Um, and then I started my original YouTube channel. You can go look at my cringy Pikachu Naruto channel if you wish. Um, but that was 9, 10 years ago, and like I've always wanted to make content since then. And I started off the decade 12, and then I'm 22 now, which is a big change in like everything, because everything I've done, like I've graduated middle school and high school this decade. And while, if you're older, you're like, yeah, that's no big deal. That's a big part of my life currently, because 10 years is like 46 or 40, no, it's like 43% of my life currently. And that's a long time. That's a long time to have been doing the things I did and realizing just how far it's like come and got me. It's insane. Um, and in this decade, I have found friends, which you might say that sounds kind of sad. I mean, it is, but I've found friends that I enjoy and love being around, and I'd do anything for them. Because I have a whole bunch of online friends now. Those were the original troop. We got Prof, Marsh, Phil, Jama, Glosso, all of them. I'm not sure if you exactly know all of them, but all of my wonderful friends online, like Matt, um, they've all been there for me. They've helped me through dark times, and they helped me get through high school with that. And then I graduated high school, and then I was like, oh shoot, I have to go to college. I mean, I was definitely coerced into, well, not coerced, I wanted to go to college because I want a good job, but it took, it's a big step for the in between, And like in college, I finally was able to have kind of a reset because of everything that happened to me in my middle and high school days. Like I was bullied a lot, and like going to college in a different state, that was like a good fresh start for me. And there I've found IRL friends, but I mean they're just friends. They're friends no matter which way, online or whatnot. And I couldn't be more happy. Because if I told myself when I was 10, or not 10, when I was 12, 10 years ago, how my life is now, I don't think I would have believed me. I would have been like, "You're some crazy dude with long hair. I don't trust you." And that would have been it. I mean, that wouldn't have been it. It's everything should have come to pass, but like, it's insane to see my entire perspective on life change in 10 years. Like, also in the last 10 years, I've had relationships, which was definitely new to me. And like, that's always it's a weird rocky start. I think I still have like a video of my first girlfriend on this channel. We did makeup poker. It was kind of funny and dumb. And going through that, it teaches you a lot. It teaches you what you can and can't live with, as well as if you like certain types of people and if you'd like to spend your life with them. That's a really big revelation, especially when you're like under the age of under the age of 20. Yeah, it's still really insane. This decade, I built a computer, and that's kind of helped me get into my degree of electrical and computer engineering. Not as much, but like it's really cool that I was able to build a computer and I use it for all of my other recordings and whatnot. Probably won't have too many gameplay videos out here soon. I'll get them done. There'll be some every day, or not every day, but 5 days a week. But I'm currently in Alaska, as you know, my home state. So I have my laptop and not the best mic, which is what you're hearing right now, and it's a little bit fun sometimes. I don't have my Yeti here, but that's that. Let's see. This decade, I started streaming as well, and while I know that's not as relevant to the YouTube community here, it was a big part of my life because I was able to get what I wanted of sorts when it came to interaction. I was able to just talk, and then people might be there. They might comment, talk you through, not talk you through, but like they talked to you while you did something. And that was really cool. And hearing all of that and being able to do all that really, really left an impression on me and made me happy. It built my confidence in a way that couldn't before. This decade, I was in a GDQ where I had over 100,000 people watch me play a video game really fast. And that's one of my proudest moments, probably. And that's just because of the sense of accomplishment I got from just getting there. Not as much doing it, but getting as far as I did, because that was a relatively small stream at the time. But me and two other guys, we got together, we did it, and that was a really good time. And I'm never gonna forget those moments. I started and stopped speedrunning. I can still pick up the X Games, but I had a really good time speedrunning, but mostly for the community and racing. I might go back to it when I graduate college here come this June, hopefully, assuming I don't fail a class. But being able to do all that, it was a good time, and it's something I'll definitely remember and hopefully get back to at some point. I mean, I've had multiple jobs. I had my first job when I was 14. It was every summer. I didn't work during school. Then I had work when I got to college as well. I worked through college as well as over the summer. I had an internship, and it's really weird to see like the vast differences because I went from like doing porta potty stuff to then like doing stuff that actually relates to like electrical engineering. That was really cool to like see that change and like how far I've come and whatnot. I started to fix issues with myself. And by that, I don't mean like, I mean, you can say what you want, but I was able to get over a couple things about myself. Like the fact that I'm not perfect. I mean, I'm not still the best on that, but like realizing everyone has, not that I can't be perfect, as in I have to keep doing things perfectly, but that's a long rant for a different day. Like how I saw the world. I think, well, fixed isn't the right word for that, but I think my perspective has become a much better one on how to outlook on life and everything. This decade, I went through a big weight loss thing because I was 272 pounds. Then I was like, you know what? I'm going to start counting my calories. And then, bam, 72 pounds lighter 9 months later, which I don't think is the healthiest, but like I followed stuff and it was apparently healthy. And it's really, really amazing just how different people treat you based off your weight. And I hate it. It's so dumb that they do anything like that. It made me really sad and upset. But that aside, it was a big change in my life because I went from the big boy to the tall medium boy, and it's a lot. Then this decade, I also, I played some amazing video games. And you might be like, oh, wait, everyone does that. And you're right. Everyone does do that. And by everyone, I mean anyone that plays games. And, like, I'm just going to note a few. And this isn't, like, games that came out this decade. I'm doing a podcast with a couple friends on that, and I'll probably plug that at some point. But I got to play Mega Man for the first time. Or actually, not for the first time. I played it when I was like 4 at my friend's house, and that didn't really go anywhere because I didn't even know what it was. But I was able to this decade discover a whole bunch of games I liked. Like, I really love the Trail series, also known as The Legend of Heroes, and I might go on a rant one day or like a podcast on why that's a freaking amazing series. But that's also for a different time. But I got into Xenoblade. I played so many games that I'm just going to remember forever. And I couldn't be happier with everything that's come from me doing that, because it's not only helped me like get good experiences, but like video games, at least me personally, make me think a lot about myself and that character. Even when I can't identify with characters, sometimes it's for the worse. You're looking at a character that did something wrong, and you're like, did I do wrong? Like, I went and saw A Christmas Carol recently, and I was like, am I a Scrooge? And literally everyone I know was like, no. But I don't know, it's kind of like when I see a character from a good game, I try to better myself through them. And so playing all of these games really helped me move forward on that and like realize some of my weaknesses and non-weaknesses. And then this last 10 years, I got into not competitive, but like slightly competitive Smash, which has been a great time because it's helped me meet one of my housemates through a whole bunch of stuff like that. It's helped me like get competitive and have a good time. I'm sure you guys will see a good chunk of Ultimate content on this channel. It's just a matter of how do I want to put it. But that aside, yeah, this decade's been insane. Another whole bunch of other things I forgot. And I mean, it's in the past now, so you got to keep looking forward. And while looking forward's hard and scary because you don't know what the future holds, it's exciting, And I hope you guys are excited with me. So, I'll see you guys later, and hopefully see you soon.